3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Fourth down. Check, 43. Here we go. Express. Motion. 43 is the mic. Come on.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it. That was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check three, check three. Switch gears. Watch out.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Yeah.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check safety, check safety. Shit.
Tight dog. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
No, it's nothing.
Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Rodney Gunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Peterson. He juked him. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
26 Mike.
I got him.
26 Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Now on 2nd and 16. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Here's Murray. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
It's showtime, baby. We did our part.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Steelers 14, Cardinals nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's just me and you.
Now Murray. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Right down. I'm here all day.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
What's up?
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And there defensively, Patrick Peterson showing why he's so tough, man on man.
So quick, so agile, just essentially gets into the hip pocket of the receiver and just stays right with him each and every time it appears. And on this one in man coverage, that one really didn't have a chance. He's able to knock it away.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. Well, Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Carr now on first down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, Edmonds. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr now to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Now.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
58's the mark. 58's the mark. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
You're mine.
Now Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
down.
You
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
19's me. 19's me. Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Switch it. Rush in. Check 4. Yeah. 13. Check 13. Hayward.
Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
26 Mike. Record. 36. Hey, check 24. Hey. Check hot route. Hot.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. A final shot before half from Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Murray now. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray able to find Isabella. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 40. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He's coming. Go, go. He's coming. Double up. Check, check. Fresno. 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 Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis. About why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. comes to Murray at 1. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Steelers take over first
Let's
and
go.
10
Let's do this.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill, kill, kill. Go. Back, back. Slam, slam, slam.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here's Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
26 months.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, let's get there. 198.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Check, 55, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
Check.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the slant. Watch the hop. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's crashing. He's checking credit.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go, defense. Jack. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the match. They're running it. Watch it.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Now. 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 50.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Hey, Wahoo! 43. Check.
Again, it's Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, you got three. Three down. 26, Mike.
First down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it,
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Let him know.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Here's Murray from midfield. Now a desperation throw. Oh, wide open, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Gonzalez able to tack on to PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What now?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Hey,